Hello everyone, this is a very exciting update video on our Kickstarter campaign that brings all of the features that were envisioned for this camera from the beginning, and finally everything was implemented and everything is ready for the public. So the most exciting update is that there is a dark slide option available for the camera. Those who need it will be able to get the dark slide incorporated in the camera. The nicest thing about this, and what we strive to do from the beginning, is that the dark slide now is integrated into the same body, into the same size. It will be an option available on the camera. You're still going to have a simpler camera without the dark slide option for those who are not planning to use it in that way. The film can still be rewound on that camera, but the star of this video is the new option with the dark slide. So everything works the same cones, same options, same adapters, same attachments, but there is now the dark slide available in this camera and it's fully integrated. It's as simple as that. Dark slide is made from stainless steel. The nice thing about this is that it was possible to incorporate double light seals. So there is much more security in the light sealing on this side. Also, another addition is actually two additions. One of them is incorporation of the bubble level, and then addition of the engraved inserts for the rewind knobs to remind you of the direction of the winding and rewinding. Other improvements of our old camera that were not detailed before is the addition of the flocking that now has a defined edge instead of a little bit hairy edge that was there on the previous camera model. Also a big addition is the spring that will keep the winding tight. The backing paper on the film will be wound tight with this new spring. So the spring is right there. And the other one in practice is that the lower shaft now has a stop that was published in the last update, and now it cannot be removed, so there is a stop when removing and it stops right in the right place for the loading. Now you can see when this is loaded, it's very easy and it keeps the film tight in the spot. And when loading, also the new spring keeps the right amount of tension on the film, so, and the backing paper, so that it stays in place. So that is pretty much the functionality of the camera with all of the new options. Again, everything works the same as on the one without dark slide, and everything works the same as on the 612 camera. This is the factory service tool for Hasselblad bodies. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So this is the measuring beam that goes on the top, and with the insert it measures the length of the body. So these are typical factory tools for cameras and for the calibration after the service for checking the length. So this is what they look like. And now this is the tool out of Leica service center with the dial indicator that will measure the length of the body placed on the granite surface plate. So this is incredibly precise granite surface plate that will help us measure and calibrate the cameras to the exacting standards. And we will measure this one as an assembly, and our specifications are plus minus 0.08 approximately. The specifications acceptable for this camera are plus minus 0.178, or tighter specification plus minus 0.127. With this gauge here and the indicator, so we would measure these surfaces here where the back is going to sit flush against, and this would be measured like this. So I'm not sure if you can see this dial indicator and the display there, but it would be measured and it will meet the specifications of plus minus 0.08 millimeters on the whole assembly, like this, with the body, cone, and the helicoid attached. When you get your camera, it will come with the QC report for cameras that will contain the report on the camera, and you will have the exact measurements there, and they will meet the specifications that we are supplying. And this is a brief overview of the measurements, of the methods of the measurements, of the specifications. So just a quick demonstration of the functionality when mounted on the large format camera. So here I have a Graflex pacemaker. It's mounted, it has a mounted 135mm lens. And even though this lens is not supposed to cover the 6x17 format, as you've seen in other video, it covers the format very nicely. We mount this is the longer Graflock adapter for this camera, so you can see the difference. This is the long one for using on longer lenses, and this is the short one on using shorter lenses. Since 617 has is wider than the opening in this camera by this much, these two adapters will enable you to use a range of different lenses, focal lengths on this camera, and you're going to be able to get the perfect performance without any shading from that smaller opening, because that's how it was designed to work with this. Now this is the ground glass, and the cone would be removed from the camera. Now that there is a dark slide in there, the ground glass can be removed here. and the body can be placed on the graph look adapter, and after that the dark slide can be removed from the camera, and now you're ready to take the shot. So the graph look adapter can be easily exchanged for the shorter one, and camera reattached. 135mm lens is tested to work with the short graph look adapter, so there should be no issues with it. The only chance of shading is if you're doing longer extensions for close-ups, and there would be some chance for shading to happen, since the angle would go like this and it could potentially clip. But that's something you can see from the back of the camera when looking through it without the ground glass, without anything. So you can see the angles very easily from there, and it's readily visible if you have any potential of shading. So far it was very simple to use, and there were no issues with this. With the 612 model, there are no considerations of that, because this is 6x12, and 6x12 fits in the same opening as the 4x5 film. So these would be the main features of this. I have here also 5x7 camera with the back removed, so that will be inspected to the same on the same equipment here, the same measurement equipment. The large formats 5x7 and larger ones, they have a little bit looser specifications since the area is much bigger, but they are also going to be inspected to meet and exceed ANSI specifications. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're going to enjoy your camera, and I'm looking forward to see many exciting images from your outings. Thank you.